Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to the M-Disc Shrine here in Animal Well, where I've been spending some time just looking around, trying to figure out what on earth it is we are supposed to do in this area. See, part of what's really getting me about this is I just don't understand. I feel like this area is really strange, right? There's no reason for almost any of it to exist. And in particular, I feel like I don't understand this like pick-a-pipe structure here with the 5 entrances, and like what happens if I throw a firecracker here? Nothing. You know, I thought maybe there would be something since they're, going out of their way to give us a firecracker, but like, these are dogs who are jumping up as though they are chasing, a frisbee or something, as though they're trying to grab a thing out of the air. Let me try. I mean, I'm not expecting anything to happen. But let me just try dropping down one of the empty ones. Yeah, okay, the obvious thing occurs. Because of course it does. So we get past this room here with the 3 pillars. We make our way up here. To what end? Like, what did we get out of any of it? It's so strange. I guess, did I try? I don't think I tried playing my flute here. I doubt it would do anything, but... yeah, okay. There's definitely no gaps in the glass. There's not on the map anywhere any obviously, like, places where the walls of a room don't completely close or anything like that. So, no additional secret exits. This room is constructed in a pretty odd way as well. I'm thinking, like, we've discovered that the top can sometimes destroy blocks, and there's no obvious, as far as I can tell, no obvious way to see what it will and won't destroy. But there's not even any room around here for it to do anything, right? Like, it wouldn't matter because there's nothing beneath any of the floors here. There's no space for there to be a room or anything. I could have left this a little higher. There's multiple firecrackers. These dogs are so strange. And like, we did the only thing there is to do here, which, yeah, just drops us. Yeah, I don't know. This is for sure the weirdest thing that we have left. But it just doesn't seem to be anything. And I cannot make heads or tails of why it is designed like this. There's like a weird tile here. Yeah, top doesn't do anything. The right next to the fruit. You see, I don't know what to make of that, but it's like a little. I guess it's not that weird though, because like there's 3 of them up on the next floor. Let me jump across here. Well, the chamber's in this configuration. We can't actually get to the shrine. So then you go and you swap the switches, and what? Like what is gained? We get access to a room where it appears we can't do anything. Again, it really feels like all of the figures of dogs around here are trying to jump up to grab something. Jump up as though to grab something. Trying to make sure that like nothing in our inventory actually does anything when placed here. Yeah, no notes seem to have any effect. Okay, well, I'm fairly confident that that's all of the things. So ordinarily I would leave and we would come back, right? Leave, go find other stuff to do. We've done that to remarkably muted effect. It's not really anything else out here. And at this point, almost every place where we can... Almost every place we can get to requires a thing to put in a circular indent, which... You know, which presumably that's what we're getting here. It's some kind of M disc. There's a door here that we have no idea how we would open. But it feels like it would open on this side, doesn't it? Hold on a second. Can I... Okay, I'm sure that this is all actually solid. I was wondering, like, for this to open from, for this opening to mean anything at all, we'd have to be able to enter the passage from this side. So maybe it's hidden. Maybe the button for this is actually hidden in this room somehow. The problem is, like, where would it be and how would we know? Because none of our tools seem to do anything here. But, like, it almost has to be on this screen. right? In the sense that they don't generally, or I don't know about ever even. Have we ever seen one of those open to a switch that was on a different screen than the door itself was? I don't think so, but if there were going to be a switch in this area, you know, where would it be? We have found some well-hidden switches underwater in some places. But obviously that's not relevant here. The floor is weird, but it's not, or the ceiling. The ceiling is weird, but it's not, like, interactable. There's no way for us to get up there. Yep, that's that's as high as I can throw the top. So even if that ceiling is destructible, it's not, you know, not doing us any. Did not mean to fall there. It's not doing us any favors, especially right now. Right, it's not actually possible to get through there right now. Like, a lot of the tiles here look like they're dirt, but apparently that's not really how the top works. I'm still not clear on what was different about the tiles in the one place where the top did something. I am for sure a bit frustrated. So that thing in the top left, I don't think we can get to. Even if we could get to it, it's not facing the right direction, right? It wouldn't actually help us to get up there. It wouldn't help us with this anyway. It doesn't look to me like there are any ways to get above the area that we're seeing on the map. Like, this is probably the top part of the dungeon. But if that's the case... Okay, here's a question. Is it possible for me to be in the M Shrine? I wouldn't imagine this would matter, but I'm like very much out of ideas where they make ideas that make sense. So here's something we're gonna test. Okay, no. Dropping explosives on a, or, you know, a firecracker on a switch will not cause the switch to toggle. I was just thinking, like, what if we could get in the M Shrine room with the door closed? Like, what if? Just because it's the only thing in the environment where we actually have control of the ability to make something different, you know? Okay. So, well, there's no way to make this work. Because I would need it to hit the switch from the right side while that wall is there. And there's no place... Like, what I'm thinking about is that the fact that we discovered that you can... oops, that's not what I wanted to do. The fact that we discovered that you can, like, force a hole in a wall. And again, I don't even know that it would actually be valuable for us to be in that room with the switch toggled. It's just the only thing we can do that we haven't done that I can think of. So... okay, but it does... the wall fills in behind you as soon as you step out of it. If I stand right here, I want to be like, yeah, like here, turn around and move as little as possible. Okay, I'm still blocking it. If I throw this, will it hit the, it doesn't hit the switch on the way back. This won't do anything right now. Yeah, Slink has no effect in this place. Huh. Darn it, I fell. I need to not. Yeah, I could set up a situation, I think, with these two toys together, where that switch is getting flipped back and forth. And again, not necessarily having any idea, like, why this would be valuable. I'm just kind of curious if we can, at this point, if we can do it. I moved incorrectly? I guess the problem is, if you set that up, the disc is going to bounce once. It's going to come off the switch. The wall's no longer going to be there. The disc is going to get beyond the switch, and then the top is going to come back and hit it. Like, this probably wouldn't... there wouldn't be time for me to get to the door anyway, is the thing I'm thinking. What happens if I... yeah. The second he gets off screen and stops existing. I'm just like, I'm really grasping for anything that's going to make anything that's going to make the situation different while I'm in that M-Disc Shrine room. Because it feels like the major mechanic of this area is the switches, right? But I do not know to what end. So now we're just holding this open. Okay, now Slink's holding it open. Can I throw the disc past Slink? I can. Ah. Right, Slink is standing on that square, so if it flips it, yeah. See, we can't just throw the disc again. Once the disc is out of our hands, it's no longer usable. But the top can be thrown again. Slink can be thrown again. So if I were now to throw the disc, so I want to throw the top to make this not do that anymore. And then I throw my disc. That gets me in here with the switch on. And hey, nothing's different. Who would have thought? I was kind of hoping it would turn out that, like, there was some area of the wall that was actually switch blocks or something, you know, something that would make it so there's a traversability that exists here that doesn't when the switch is in the other orientation. Now, I should be trapped. Yeah, which is a thing that you usually can't do. Obviously, we're not like trapped because we can play the flute, but that was something. We sure discovered that that works that way. The reflections in the background aren't doing anything interesting. Nobody cares about my yo-yo, even though generally living dogs do. Our great friend Slink does not accomplish anything. We know throwing the disc doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I do believe I am just fully out of ideas here. Okay, well, where else can we go? What else could we do that would be of any value at all? There's a gap in the left wall directly above me that I didn't notice before. Let's go see about that. It's probably just an egg. So we have here an example of the fact that changes to the switch state, I guess, propagate over the entire game world, but the problem with that is that we don't actually care, I think. Like, there's not any place where that's still meaningful information. Those things aren't always there, are they? No. Oh, no. I feel like... maybe I'm wrong, and I have no idea what would cause additional ghosts to be appearing. But I feel like those things are not always there. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the gap is down 2 ladders from here. May as well save in case it gets, you know, gets weird. Okay, so I do not see the supposed gap in the wall. However, it might be off the bottom. Well, you know what? It's this spot right here with no spikes. It's got that one weird texture we can usually walk through. Oh, come on now. I brushed a spike very slightly. Super annoying. Huh. Am I going to be able to do this? Ah, it's another thing where the map has wrapped. Oh! That's a fake... Hold on. It's a fake ceiling. Oh, that's really interesting. It is unfortunately very, very tall. Yeah, definitely a thing you're only meant to traverse in one direction, and it's not this one. Alright, if I throw the disc... Oh, right. Shit. Stupid hanging plants. This is really interesting. So there is a... There's a way into this room from the top. But getting in here from the top isn't going to make this traversable. I mean, nothing is, right? None of these tools certainly are going to do the job. How the hell do you get this? May have to just leave it, honestly. That's an unsatisfying answer. If I were to... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything. Oh, wait, can I climb a narrow shaft like this? Maybe. The problem is I need to throw the thing when I'm kind of in the middle of the shaft. If I'm too close to the wall, it doesn't throw at all. But yeah, this is repeatable. I have to keep hitting the jump when I'm in the middle of the shaft, and it has to be just right, because like in theory you could change your horizontal position, but in practice you just don't have the time. Yeah, like that. And because you can't just throw the disc when the disc is already out, if you fuck it up like that, you just if you fuck it up like that, you just have to reset completely. Which is a really annoying trait. But it almost feels like this must be how it is intended to be climbed, right? Because, like, they know the tools we have. Yep. Well, that shit sucks. Where does this go? It's probably worth making a note about. Ah, yes. Okay. I don't know. I guess it's worth making a note about. Who's ready to watch me draw a 3? Pretty 3. That's basically exactly 3. Just killing it. My notations are furious. There's no way to stop them. I need to find a good way to take damage. Because the best way to get back down to where we were doing, to attempt what we were doing, is to die, right? But it has to be a death. I guess I can do this. I can intentionally fall into the ghosts over and over again. The ghosts that I'm pretty sure aren't there all the time. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot else worth doing around here right now. There's this room over here with the blocks that we can't move. It does seem like there's probably... There's probably something I'm missing, right? It feels like there must be, because usually things that are this difficult and fiddly, so far, things that are this difficult and fiddly, it has turned out to be the case that there was an easier way to do them that I figured out afterward. But I don't know what that would be for this. Unless you really are only intended to be able to come down from the top, but like, why would this be so effective? That said, I may be finding that it's not so effective in a second here. Yeah, because that does knock you out. All right, never mind. Okay, the yo-yo and the top have absolutely no interaction. This is what I was checking there. Actually, let me see one thing. If I drag this through, nope, doesn't disturb the top at all. Yeah, all right. Classy. Thank you, video game. All right, well, that has been ruled out as a source of progress. So in this room, the room that's like right in the center of my screen now, down those 2 ladders and to the right, there's these blocks that have the player character on them. And like a little bed. And it wouldn't be a terrible place to put a running wheel if I had a running wheel to run. And maybe that's the deal, because it's got all the, like, here. Let's go play with it a little bit. Oh, I don't want to be down here. This is remarkably difficult, actually. There we go. Thank you, friend. He's trying. He really wants to help. So yeah, there's this thing. And everything's hooked up to wheels in the background. If we get the wheels turning... then maybe we can make something happen here. Yep, dipping the thing through here doesn't help either. Huh. I mean, the ceiling tiles here look weird, but apparently not in a way that allows me to destroy them with the top. Yeah, you can see all of the, all these blocks, all these big blocks with the player character on them are connected by a chain that is, like, deep in the background. So if we could get all this machinery moving, it would drag that stuff around. It's just like, how do we get the machinery moving again? Did we need to come here before we defeated the ostrich? Or maybe, again, after we figure out how to get the wheels moving in the ostrich area, which I'm assuming is a thing that can still happen again. Maybe. Again, a big part of the challenge right now is that we just don't know what kinds of things we don't know. And so it's hard to say conclusively one way or the other, like, yes, this is what's happening, or no, that can't be what's happening. There's an unexplored room right there. And that's the area with those two, that's what these pixel shapes here are. Those two huge birds, right? I don't remember there being an opening way up in the upper right corner, but my guess is that it is inaccessible for some reason. It's got to be, right? Otherwise we would have gone to it. It's quite obvious. There's not room for more stuff connecting here. You know, there is a room to the right of that room that apparently is unexplored. There's kind of, yeah, there's stuff in this area that looks like it's less covered, although, again, it doesn't seem like necessarily there's any room for it to be anything important. Maybe just an egg or something. We know the map loops horizontally. I'm kind of wondering if it's possible to enter this area, like, vertically. You know what? I have a thought. Alright, this is the right one, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah, there's this, like, massive vertical climb. I was like, well, we're not going to be able to bubble climb that whole thing. That's ridiculous. But what if it's not a bubble climb? What if it's, oh, right, there's just enough grass here. Ah. Oh. Well, now that was interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there's probably nothing to that, right? It's just a weird little collision thing. How would I? So we could jump through, like the first time I did, jump through, land a disc throw, and then we just have to do it again, and then we're in the shaft proper, right? That's totally actually doable. Also, it sucks, but it's probably doable. Where was that area where? Let's take a quick look over here. Just like every room on the map that's still mysterious, right? Did I never go up here after the iguana bailed? I guess I didn't. Here we were, but I didn't get to light the candle while we were here, so let's do that. Okay. Yeah, now that we're starting to get the sense that lighting the candles has a greater eventual value. Tasty blue fruit. Okay. So it's this room with a thing that should be removed with a switch. Do we know where there is a switch around here? It's a shame it's not a little bit easier to get here. Because we could, of course, warp out and get access to a switch elsewhere in that way. I guess that's not bad. It's really not that bad to get here from the bear face. Just trying to think, like, where do we next know there to be a switch? They don't appear on the map at all, do they? No, like this area over on the left, where we know for a fact there is one, has no indication on the map at all. Yeah, this isn't particularly valuable. Okay, so we could do the song, bounce out here, find a switch somewhere. Oh, well, here's one. Okay, so flip that, and then I should be able to drop down and... Yeah, okay. Here's the thing that we couldn't do before. so is this going to just bump the chinchilla off? It does, frustratingly. There we go. Oh, except... Wait, how do I do this? Alright, let me... So if flipped, this is going to scrape the chinchilla off the top level onto the ground. But we need the chinchilla to get on the bottom platform, which I did in fact do somehow. Okay, we do this to desync them. Okay, and now they should cross over here. Yes. Now I have to do this so that the chinchilla doesn't get knocked off. There we go. Spooky future egg. I mean... Okay. It sure looks like it's just... There's nothing to see there. I do kind of hate that in rooms where it's too dark to see the map, you just don't draw the room onto your map at all. And I get why, from a sort of a flavor perspective, but I still think it sucks. Okay. S metal. I just realized from the map, like, we never went behind where the iguana was. Is this the thing? Do I just cash in my S metal for... Alright. I can make this work. I'm not clear on why this door's not open. It should be, right? These ones are supposed to remember. Alright. So, from here, the fastest way to do the thing is just going to be a fast travel, right? Yes. But... Oh, never mind. Thought I was going to be able to press right here and try to check out that, that treasure chest. Alright, and then we want... Well, that's inconvenient. Well, my horrible death, torn apart by hungry spirits, is mighty inconvenient. Alright, so... yeah, this metal has just gone into a random spot in our inventory down there, not into like a usable place. Do I want to be down there? No, I want to be up here. Is this the thing? No, seems not. Yeah, I can't select the metal. I really did think it was going to be a matter of installing the metal here. Well, then what is this metal for? It just looks like, I don't know. It just looks like a circle. It's got like a, I think the pixels on it are an indication of like, you know, shininess. It's just supposed to be the light reflecting, not like a picture of anything. I really thought we were going to do like a fake disc swap here, you know? Or at least like put this thing in and get something back out. All right, well, I'm feeling a mite demoralized then. If that's the case, I have no idea what this thing's for. Maybe this is what we put in the circular indentations, and this disc shrine doesn't actually have anything to do with it. Where's the nearest one of those that we could test? Okay, yeah, not super far. Let's go find out. It would be pretty great, wouldn't it? Well, that's all right. Mildly embarrassing. Oh, this isn't the... It's directly above or below this. Although, I guess... when it comes right down to it, that does lead to such a place, doesn't it? Because that final room, the one where we did all the digging with the top, I think actually does have a place for the indentation. So I guess let's... Is this right? Well, I just caught it. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh no, wait, this just loops back around up here. This is not that room where we got the second, where we got the top. How did I get to that room? It's further down. Ah, it's accessed via a different... Okay. My terrible memory strikes again. Who would have predicted? I was debating going for that room from there. Oh, yes, I must, in fact. Later. All right, it is down here, right? Yeah. Managed to just find my way back to this spot. Because you never really escape anywhere, it turns out. There we go. Wait, this isn't it either. This is... I was just here. Where the hell is that room where we dug out a bunch of... Oh, it's all the way over... This is that room. How do I even get so turned around? How does it, like, literally, how does it happen? It's incredible. It's an incredible skill, really. All right, let me, let me get us back on task here. So I'm going to fall down. All right, you just play with that for a second. Good dog. That's right, there's glass there. You have to go around. Man, nothing is ever the way it looks like it is on the map. That is one issue I have with this game, is that the map is so bad at representing the path from anywhere to anywhere, because of how faint things like glass can be, and we should yeah, we should light this before I forget, is what I'm thinking. Okay. Important to light the candles. Okay, I'm actually going toward it now. So I climb up, and then the bat room, right? Okay. Please let this be the answer to this problem. Nope. Can't interact with the circular recess at all. The S metal does nothing. It turns out S does not, in fact, stand for circular. And nobody's more disappointed than I am. Ghost Link. Good. Great work. Way to solve that problem. Well. So what do I think the S metal could be for then? If it doesn't do this, if we can't put it in any of the indentations that are the same shape as this thing, anywhere, then what the hell is a silver metal even going to be good for? Ugh, y'all, I'm feeling the tiniest bit stymied, just like a little bit stymied. Is there a thing in that room that I didn't, like a bottom left entrance that we just didn't explore? That's maybe worth checking out. But it is like kind of a pain in the ass to get down there. So the room that it opened up over here doesn't necessarily make it any easier to get to. Yeah, all right. I think what I'm going to do here is call the episode for right now, and we'll just, I'll pick up in one of these other locations where we can explore stuff. I won't make you watch all the travel time. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We managed to get something. Sadly, it is not the answer to any of the problems that we currently had. So now we have a bunch of problems with no answer and an answer with no problem, which is probably worse. So I guess come back next time to see how we resolve any of this, and we'll see you then.